You too, what it do, man? It is your boy Abdul up next, and I'm back with another video today, man. Yes, Sirski. Now y'all know it's October. Halloween is on the way. You guys, let me know. Are y'all too old to dress up for Halloween? I hope you don't think you too old. I'm 20, bro. Y'all should know I'm a 20-year-old. I look like I'm about 16. Everybody in the comments likes to say, it's no way Dooley's 16. There's no way Dooley's not 16. He's 20. I'm not old. Don't say that. But I am finna take my 20-year-old self, dress me up in a costume, and I'm going trick-or-treating this year. So don't think you too old to not dress up. So what is your Halloween costumes this year? Matter of fact, whatever the top comment is, I'm dressing up like that for Halloween. Facts! But we're watching Halloween horror stories, man. Look, it's October. If this video gets 3,000 likes, I think we should run the Halloween horror stories all month. We late, ain't we? But hey, this might actually ruin it for a lot of people. You might not even want to go trick-or-treating after this video. On some real stuff, you might not want to go trick-or-treating after this video. Because this is a video about people who went trick-or-treating and something bad happened. Well, I'm in Arkansas. Yeah, it's pretty much over for me. If I'm in Arkansas, if I go trick-or-treating and I see one person dressed up as a KKK member, that is not no costume. You don't play like that in Arkansas. You serious? 3, 2, 1. This one's a kind of old one, but hey, a story's a story, ain't it? Story 1.
Halloween.
How bad could it be?
Favorite holidays. Now I kind of just enjoy it when I have a decent party to go to.
Ah, the Halloween parties! Man, I don't care what his story is. I'm at the Halloween party. What do the baddies be dressing up as? Catwoman? Catwoman! I'm about to get some cat from Catwoman! I'm on demon time this Halloween! I'm on demon time! I swear to God!
2018, when I was a senior in college, my friend Tracy's sorority was going to be throwing a big Halloween party at the sorority house.
Sorority house? Okay.
She said I could bring one friend since they didn't want too many outsiders at the party. So I invited my best friend Cody. We're really last minute people when it comes to Halloween costumes. The party was that night and we didn't have anything. Cody was working late, so he'd have to meet me right before the party. So he asked me to get a costume for him and he'd just Venmo me the money.
Okay.
I ran to the nearby.
Man, I can't focus, bro. He said he uses Venmo. I can't focus.
You gotta go.
I'm sorry. A lot of people in Arkansas most likely use Venmo. Maybe Starbucks shorties. I'll Venmo you the money. Venmo is 2023.
Store that opened up like 5 minutes from my house. I was just.
Oh, I love this place.
I picked a Where's Waldo costume for myself and a Superman costume for Cody.
W?
Two of the cheaper costumes they had. Everything was normal until I got to the cashier. I was on the phone with Cody, telling him about the costume I got him and giving him details about the party.
Okay.
Told him which sorority it was, that Tracy got us the invite, gave him the address, and then he convinced me to pick him up instead of us just meeting. Stuff.
Do you see the red flag? Do you know what's wrong with this? If you don't know what's wrong with this, I'll tell you what's wrong. He said the address in front of somebody he doesn't know. They said they don't want nobody knowing the address. So if anything, you was better off telling your friends. But instead you told a cashier that's strange. You know the people that work at Spirit Halloween be strange. I mean, I know they love their job, but they be loving their job a little too much. You know what I'm saying? They look like they play with the toys when people not there.
All of this was said as the cashier was watching me. He was
dumbass.
He was decently older than me. But because of his receding hairline, I couldn't put a gauge on it as to whether he was in his 30s or low 40s.
Yo!
Glasses, though, and had a skinny-ish build and an awkward presence.
Yo, what the heck? Yo, cashier was me? You know my hairline receding, that's what... Ah!
As he rang up the two costumes, he had a comment something along the lines of, "Sounds like you have a fun party tonight, huh?"
Oh
I
my God.
and said, "Yeah." Then he's
not anymore, buddy.
Details, like if it's open invite, and had a comment about there being lots of girls. I said it's closed invite and that I barely got an invite. He said it's all good.
You told him the Addy.
And introduced himself as Mike. So I did the same and told him my name was Sean. And I left.
Goofy.
It was weird. Fast forward to later that night. I picked up Cody and we arrived to the party around 10 p.m.
Bro, before he even says the problem, bro, you're Mike. You work at Spirit Halloween. You should know where all of the Halloween parties is at. You work there. You literally work there. How you gonna ruin his Halloween party? Bro, Mike, you work at Spirit Halloween. You should have at least 5 parties you choosing to go through. If anything, Mike, I need to be asking you where the bitches is going to be at tonight. You over here asking the customers where the bitch is about to be at. You work there!
It sounded loud inside. There were multiple groups of people entering the house before us.
Okay.
At the door, the girl asked us who we knew there, and I told her Tracy. She let us in, and we were in this huge living room area. Music blasting, all the lights dimmed low, Halloween decorations everywhere.
W.
And to top it off, people with red cups full of booze crowding the place.
Oh my God.
I saw Tracy and hung around her for a while. We played beer pong and other drinking games. It was a very legit party. But then, at some point, there was a commotion by the front door area. Cody, Tracy, and I and a few others walked over, and the girl at the door started calling out, "Where's Tracy?" She came forward, and the girl asked, "Who is Sean?" I said, "I am." Then she asked me who that creepy guy we invited was. I was confused and said, "Who?" She described some older-looking man in a cowboy costume with a fake mustache. He apparently...
Bro, he pulled up in a cowboy costume? Honestly, bro, you should be like that. Not only do you have to have somebody you know in there, but you have to have a valid costume. Motherfucker gonna pull up looking like Woody from Toy Story 3. Get your skinny ass out of here. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm skinny too.
Fake mustache. He apparently inappropriately touched one of the girls trying to get her into a separate room, and she screamed.
What?
Then he took off with something in his pocket. None of the guys chased after him or anything. Immediately, I thought of the cashier from Spirit Halloween. I told them about it, and everyone got even more creeped out. The party went on, but they were a lot more cautious about who they were letting in, and they even considered calling the cops for a second. That whole thing really came.
You sold the
party.
party.
We didn't stay much longer after that. Until we were probably at the party for a couple hours at most. We left a little past midnight, I think. I didn't drink much. As I started my car, the car parked like 2 cars behind us also turned on, and as I drove in the direction of Cody's house, the car started to follow. Cody and I were sure it had to be him after it made 4 of the same turns, so I pulled to the side of the road, egging him on to pull over, but the car just stopped for a few seconds, then basically floored it past us. We didn't get a good look at who was.
People don't have brain cells, bro. The car is following you, so you stop? So you stop? Hey guys, this car is following us. Not like he totally doesn't want to kill us. Let's just stop the car and see what he wants from me. He wants your life. You thought about that?
Side, but I'm still positive it was him. After dropping off Cody down the block from his house, just being cautious, I was staying very aware of my surroundings.
Okay.
Because of that, I noticed a car in the near distance with its lights off, tailing me. It looked like the same car. I got to a main road, once again pulled over, and waited. The car once again waited, and then a few seconds later turned on its lights and floored it in the far left lane, passing me. I was obviously shook, and drove home as fast as I could while I wasn't being followed. I called that Spirit Halloween location the next day and reported the cashier. They thanked me for the information, but I never went back there, so I wouldn't know if he was fired or anything. Looking back, I wonder if I could have and should have pressed charges. Regardless, I have no idea what he could have possibly wanted from me. But either way, I'm happy he didn't find out where I live.
Bro, I would have took the long way home. Bro, I would have took a maze home. Motherfucker would have got tired of following me. I would have took left, right. Damn it. I would have took the long way home. I would have... Ooh. Yo, if I was in football, this is how you gotta juke him. Story number 2. Let's see, how worse could it get, right? It's already so bad. Couldn't get no worse.
2019 was the most terrifying night of my life. I live in Australia, and because we don't celebrate Halloween as enthusiastically, we don't get as many trick-or-treaters.
Okay.
5 or 6 people at most. I am personally a huge fan of Halloween, though, to the dismay of my parents who would prefer not to acknowledge it. Obviously, that leaves me in charge of putting up decorations and...
On God, I'm not putting up no decorations. Don't even come near my house Halloween. I'm going to put a basket outside. You little niggas grab 2 candy. Even though there's going to be a grown person who's going to go out there and take all the candy in the basket. That's all y'all getting out of me this year. I might not even be home this Halloween.
handing out candy. This particular year, Halloween fell on a school night and a storm began just after 6 o'clock, which unfortunately meant my efforts preparing the decorations had pretty much gone to waste.
It rained on Halloween?
Judgment, I still waited for trick-or-treaters in the living room and watched The Conjuring to pass the time.
W?
Around an hour and a half later, I got a message from my friend M on our group chat, asking if anyone would like to mess around and go trick-or-treating. At first I was confused. We hadn't gone trick-or-treating in over 5 years. But I decided it would make the night more enjoyable, as nobody was knocking on the door anyway.
That's what I'm saying. I asked the homies in the group chat, yo, y'all trying to go trick-or-treating this year? Bro, you're 20. Bro's pushing 30 asking to go Halloween. Sit your grown ass in the home. I was catching all type of roasts in the group chat, and I'm just trying to have a good day.
My other friends, who I'll call S, C, and H, all agreed and asked M where we should meet up.
Okay.
M quickly replied he couldn't make it, which was strange because he was the one who offered to go trick-or-treating. He suggested a house which has lots of candy. Me, S, C, and H all arrived at the house within half an hour. A large table with a pumpkin bowl filled with lollipops stood at the front porch, and after checking the windows to make sure we weren't being watched, we emptied the bowl between us, only leaving a few to avoid suspicion. As we turned around to leave, we were greeted by 2 men dressed as clowns approaching us up the driveway. They had huge painted smiles and tilted heads.
Oh no! Oh no! What you doing? Y'all, what y'all doing? I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm not backing down. I've been waiting for this day my whole life to beat a clown's ass. I might give him the free ones. I might give him the dirty ones and kick. But I'm going to beat his ass. I'm not running away. Fair ones. If the clown is going to chase me, I'm not running, nigga. I'm not running. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 20. I want the fade.
I could tell we were all creeped out, and one of my friends screamed as they started bolting towards us, one squeaking its rubber nose as they
trip them.
After running for what felt like an eternity, we finally lost them. We decided to go to M's house so we could discuss what just happened in a safe area.
You should have at least Charleston White did the nigga.
He burst into laughter. "What the hell are you guys doing?" he said, confused. "You told us to go trick-or-treating. Can you just let us inside?" S replied. After sitting down on M's couch, we all soon realized M had lost his phone earlier that day, and a stranger had suggested the idea of going to that house.
Oh wow!
Some sort of trap from the clowns.
Yo, there's some trolls.
I cautiously made it home by 9:30, finished my movie, and went outside to collect the candy bowl I set up. I was shocked to see the bowl was completely empty. However, my stomach turned when I saw a clown nose was now laying inside of it. I told my parents everything that happened, and showed them the clown nose that had been left at our house. They assured me it was just some Halloween prank. I woke up around 1 a.m. to noises coming from my bedroom window, like rocks hitting the glass.
Rocks?
Though I was scared half to death, my curiosity got the better of me. I eventually opened the blinds. My Halloween decorations were destroyed and littered the ground below. I stared motionless in complete shock until a lollipop was thrown at the window, breaking my trance.
Yo.
I looked up and saw them, the 2 clowns perched upon the neighbor's roof, looking down at me.
I'm sorry, but if you don't George Zimmerman that motherfucker, bro, straight up, time for some dark humor. If you don't Trayvon Martin that little nigga, bro, Trayvon Martin was just eating some Skittles. You had a clown chase you home and throw candy at your window. I get it. He's kind of a good troll. He stole somebody's phone just to troll their friends in the group chat. That's kind of creative. I'll give it to him. But nigga, you about to die. Without a doubt. He throwing candy at your window, bruh. Okay.
I screamed and ran away towards my parents' room. I'll skip the details that followed, but the police were called and the clowns were not found. The officers informed us they would check out the house my friends and I trick-or-treated at, and they left in about half an hour. The following morning, we were told the house was abandoned, and M's phone was discovered inside. That day at school, I learned M, S, C, and H all had creepy experiences during the night as well. I'm not sure if the clowns followed us home or they somehow tracked us through M's phone. All I know is that Halloween is only a few weeks away, and I am completely terrified they'll return.
Let me tell you what you did wrong. You literally let it be known to the clowns that they scared you by opening your window and then calling the cops. You should have called the cops way before you opened your window. You probably should have called the cops and then opened your window by the time they was outside. Yelled out the window, ha ha, bitch, I got the last laugh. Maybe something like that. Play some chess, dude. You over here getting out-strategized by some people who's trolling you. They having a field day with you. It couldn't get worse. Story 3. Let's see. How bad could another person fumble, huh? Like, how bad could it really get?
It was a stormy Halloween night. I was with my 3 friends, John, Mary, and Keenan. Since we didn't have any real plans and were kind of just hanging around, I decided to grab the Ouija board from my closet.
Catch another nigga with that. I don't fuck like that, bro. No, I'm not. No, you keep that shit to yourself. Why did you have one of those? No, I want nothing to do with that, bro. No.
All my friends were down to try it.
All your friends was what?
It was funny, but also set the mood. So I got 3 candles, lit them, and turned off all the lights. The 4 of us sat at the table with our hands on the planchette. We started off by saying, "Is anyone there?" Of course, the planchette started to move, and we all started to laugh. It went from Y to E to S, spelling yes. John and I began asking the really stupid, goofy questions, like, "Will you haunt Mary?" And she kept begging us to stop.
Ask the real questions. What size? How many inches is you?
But as the planchette moved to once again spell out the word yes, we all erupted into laughter. To be honest, I didn't even contribute to moving the piece around the board. I just assumed John and Keenan were messing around for the most part.
Goofy.
And without anyone asking a question, the planchette started moving to spell the words, "I'm inside the house." More laughs, until there was a huge, very obvious thump sound from directly upstairs, like right over our heads. It most closely resembled a boot stomping on the floor. All of us jumped. Mary started screaming and freaking out. John, Keenan, and I didn't know whether to laugh or be freaked out. My parents weren't home. No one was except for me.
You should have been freaked out the question somebody brought out their Ouija board. See, this is why I would never be in no scary movie. I don't say, "Hey guys, let's play with the fucking Ouija board." That's why I know I ain't gonna die in a scary movie. I'm not slow. I have chromosomes. Although I might look like I'm missing a few, I got them here.
We don't have any pets. Suddenly, the doorbell rang.
And he's gonna go.
They're
gonna go to the door.
Peephole. I opened the door. It was
He
a
opened
dad and his young son trick-or-treating under an umbrella. I opened the door and handed the kid some candies. But once I shut the door, it was back to the current reality of the situation, which was figuring out what the hell...
I wouldn't have answered the door.
I convinced all 3 of them to come upstairs with me just to check. We all got to the upstairs hallway. All that was on was a nightlight plugged into the floor outlet. We were halfway through the hallway, approaching my parents' bedroom, which was the room directly above the table we were sitting at, where we heard the noise. That's when we all heard the same thing. It was this voice of a girl. What was said, none of us could hear it, but all 4 of us agreed we heard the voice of a girl in my parents' room, followed by the sound of something being dropped on the floor. Mary and Keenan ran down the stairs, freaked out, but not making a peep. John and I, however, approached the door.
It's so easy to tell. He's gonna die. He's not smart. Everything you've done, oh my God!
I opened it quietly and pushed it open slowly. I looked into the dark room, and I saw something tall standing in the far corner of the room.
No way.
I slammed the door shut and we ran down the stairs. We stayed in the living room and flicked on the lights, and then noticed one of the candles by the Ouija board was blown out. I called the cops, and a few minutes later, when an officer arrived, I asked him to check my parents' bedroom. I led him up the stairs and pointed at the door. He knocked on it and announced police, then opened the door quickly and flicked on the light. He checked the closet, under the bed, nothing. That's when we followed and entered the room as well, and I can confirm no one was in there. While we were at it, we checked every single bedroom and bathroom up there. There was not a single possible place anybody could be hiding. After the police officer left, we threw the Ouija board in the neighbor's garbage, and we all sat under the awning in my backyard, listening to the storm in silence until my parents returned.
What?
After telling the story to my parents together, eventually my friends left. My parents seemed to believe us, but what could they really do? I didn't sleep too well that night, and obviously I have no plans of using a Ouija board ever again.
You dumb. Nobody told you. You should have known not to use one in the first place. Now look, if I was your mama, I would have beat you. That's what I would have did. You would have came home and said, Mom, I called the police because I used my Ouija board and I started hearing things. Go get my belt. Okay, I'm gonna give you something to really hear. Go get my belt. Go get my belt. I'm giving him the whooping of a lifetime. Blah, blah, blah. What y'all think of those stories, man? That was fun. Wow. I see why you guys like these little scary story videos. This was lit. This was lit as hell. Shout out these 4 people right here. Look, man, you guys should have been hit the like button on this video. But I'm going to ask you nicely. Can you like this video for me? Please? I'm trying to get this channel bigger. And the only way the channel can get bigger is everybody who watches contributes to the like count. That's just some real shit. I'm going to give it to you guys real and raw. These 4 people get a shout out because they hit the like button. You going to get a shout out too if you hit the like button and let me know in the comment section. We pick 4 people every video. So if you want to get a shout out, like this video and let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I got some drip on the way. Follow my Instagram to stay in tune with the new merch dropping. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I done said it 3 times. I'm going to say it a 4th. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. It's your boy Dooley with the Toolie. Now I'm gone.